Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Coaster Cheetah video, and in this video I'll be doing a coaster review for Kraken Unleashed at SeaWorld Orlando. This is an awesome B&M floorless coaster with some great inversions and an overall pretty good layout. And this coaster is very good. It is one of the 3 B&M looping coasters in Florida, in terms of, not inverting. Kumba, Incredible Hulk, and Kraken are some very good, great top 3 of B&M loopers in Florida. And yeah, so let's get right into the layout of this coaster. You will have a little dip out of the station and climb your 149-foot lift hill and drop 144 feet. Now this drop has a little bit of a pre-drop and a little turn to the right, and the drop isn't extremely steep. However, the drop is not very good, honestly. I feel like the drop is a little lackluster. However, I feel like on these coasters, kind of like how mock launches aren't meant to be good launches, they're just supposed to get you up to speed. Kind of the same with this, it's on these B&M loopers, a lot of them kind of aren't like great in terms of airtime. However, they're just meant to get you up to speed. But anyway, it's just the drop on a looping coaster, which is, it's not really what it's about. But at the bottom of this drop in the valley, you will hit your max speed of 65 miles per hour. And yeah, this is a pretty good speed, and you do actually feel that on this ride. It especially being right by the water, there's yeah, you do feel pretty fast. And then you'll enter your huge vertical loop, which is very awesome. Really cool vertical loop. It's pretty, you fly through it. And that is pretty, a common theme with this ride, how you kind of, rip through the inversions. So after the vertical loop, you'll then go into an awesome dive loop, and then what is probably my favorite element on the ride, which is the awesome 0G roll. Just like Kumba, this is such a great element, honestly, on any B&M looper, for example, like the Hulk, and, any loopers, just the 0G roll is just such a star element. And then after this 0G roll, you will enter your Cobra roll. And then after the Cobra roll, which again, you kind of rip through. However, I'm not the biggest fan of Cobra rolls. They're all right. But after this Cobra roll, you will kind of do like a mini helix turn up into your mid-course, which I don't like mid-courses. Everybody already knows that. However, pretty much, you know what to expect on a B&M floorless or sit-down looper. And then after this mid-course, you have a decent drop off the mid-course, a snappy little drop into an awesome trench. And then after this trench, you'll rise up into a very drawn-out, almost like speed hill that is banked, and it doesn't give any airtime. Honestly, it's just a kind of funky thing. I don't mind it at all. It looks visually cool on and off ride. So yeah, it's forceless and gives little to, I think very little airtime to none. And I wouldn't say it's a dead spot, but it's just really not anything special at all. And then after this, you will have another smaller vertical loop, and then a corkscrew to end off the ride. And you will have a track length of 4,177 feet on this ride. And yeah, I do think that this is a pretty good ride. I honestly, I definitely think it's better than Rougarou. However, for me, I don't know. Between the 3 Florida loopers, it's very hard for me, because if Kumba was a floorless coaster, it'd be so good, because I definitely prefer floorless over just normal sit-down. I don't know. I think this is going to be an uncommon opinion, because I think most people would easily say Kumba over Kraken, but I'm not really sure, honestly. I definitely think, again, with Hulk, I don't really know. Yeah, so I can't really compare them a lot. All I can say is it's better than a Rougarou, and I'm trying to think of any other. It's definitely better than Georgia Scorcher at Six Flags Over Georgia. And yeah, I think that's really all I can compare them to. However, I don't think comparing is like this coaster is very good. I also love the color scheme on this ride. I think SeaWorld absolutely knows their colors, and they are just all brilliantly colored. And I definitely prefer this color scheme over the old one, and I get why they did it. I believe they did do it because Pipeline is around the same-ish blue that Kraken was. Plus, I mean, this just kind of fits it better, in my opinion. So, yeah, I definitely agree with this color scheme, even though some people are not a fan, but I think it's just nostalgia, basically. So, yeah, if I had to give this ride for my personal score, I'm going to give it either a 7.8, a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty forceful coaster. And again, I don't have too much to compare it to. However, I do just really love B&M Loopers. They're classic, even though they don't provide much airtime at all. The forces are just so strong, and I'm always going to be a fan of them. And yeah, I mean, this coaster just looks so good with Mako right by it, too. It almost reminds me of Shambhala and Dragon Con. I think that is a very good comparison, and it does look very good. So, yeah, I mean, I do believe that this coaster is very good, and I think it's overshadowed at SeaWorld Orlando. I mean, they've gotten a lot of great rides, Mako certainly, and Icebreaker now, Pipeline. I mean, they've gotten a lot of coasters. Like, before, Kraken was the big star of the park because they almost had no coasters. They just had, Journey to Atlantis, Kraken, stuff like that, but now they actually have a big coaster in they have all their new coasters, which, I mean, is a great thing. However, unfortunate for Kraken, how it doesn't get as much recognition. And I honestly feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it much anymore. Like when you think of Florida Loopers, most people are going to bring up Hulk and Kumba. However, I just really think that Kraken also deserves to be up there. So, yeah, comment down below what you think of these loopers, because I know that I do love them, and also like the video if you have enjoyed. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.